been mixed upon region. Some regions have been far busier than others. It's been quite strange because we've had months where the business has seen the lower end price markets like the OVN where we are now, which is a slightly lower price, has been extremely busy, and the southern areas haven't been so busy, and then for whatever reason it's massively switched around, and we've seen that the quiet areas have been quieter and the higher end has been busy. There's been no pattern. Prices are very levelled off, and a lot of houses are having to reduce in price to sell because there's a lot of property on the market. We're very much in a buyer's market, whereas post-COVID and 2 years after that we were very much in the seller's market. Everyone was paying the asking price, but now most things are, unless they're particularly nice and very well priced at the time, most things are reducing in price before they're sold, and we're back to having offers receiving a 5-10% below the asking price, which again we weren't getting 12-18 months ago. We were getting pretty good offers close to what people wanted, so we're having to negotiate harder with sellers and tee sellers up that the price they're on for they may not get, and they need to build in some flexibility on that price. It's locally around here at the moment the middle market is quite stuck. You're sort of 200 to 350,000 euro. 200 is a bit stuck. It's quite strange. Anything lower end, holiday home market, lock up and leave type thing is selling very quickly. Anything up to 150 comes on the market and sells pretty quickly, but the middle end is quite stuck. Yeah, pretty simply shifted a bit. We have a lot more Americans. I know you guys do Americans a lot on your sites, and we have a landing page now for Americans, and we're finding that they're very active on that landing page. Their budgets are bigger. They want a lot of them want to be near the coast, near the sea, which is fine, but they tend to come with bigger budgets, and there's a lot of them looking to move. Certainly not full time now, but within the two or 3 years they're looking to move full time. And our usual market is very strong: English, Dutch, Belgian buyers, French buyers, making up 100%. We've probably got 50% English buyers, 20-25% French, and 20-25% Dutch and Belgian. So we're as an international agent, we're very mixed, but the demographics have been quite the same for about 12 months. Oh, good question. Mortgage rates are due to come down. We keep hearing that the rates are coming down in France, which will make a big difference locally. I work with Banque Populaire a lot in the town, and they tell me that more and more young people are applying for mortgages, particularly in this location. And generally across France, they see across their banks that more young people are applying for mortgages, which is great because I think they're becoming more affordable. And towns need people moving into them and taking mortgages, and that stimulates the whole market moving forward. But I think price-wise, we're going to see very much no change in the next 12 to 18 months. I don't expect prices to rise. Maybe much further south you might see an elevation, but certainly in the main core areas of southwest France, I think you'll see a very stagnant price market. But all the signs are this market this year has been probably 25-30% better for sales than last year, and the signs are it will be similar if not better again next year. But I think price wise, sellers have to be very realistic on price. They've got to keep the price at a level that's going to get interest within 3 to 4 months and find a buyer. We're not in a market where they can try more, try higher and hope to get it. If they need to sell and want to move, they need to price it correctly, listen to their agent, put it on at the right price, and we're confident we'll find a buyer for them within a 3 to 4 month period. Yeah, obviously having been an agent for many years in the UK, coming here from a UK where it's 1.25% to coming here where it's anything from 5 to 10, it is, you think, my God, that's a lot of money. But now having been here full time 5 years doing the role, I can confirm that fee is massively justified. I know it irritates people, but the things we do, the way we set up the file ready for the notaire, in a UK agency as an agent, you get an offer on a property and then it's all kind of handed over to other people, the conveyancer, the surveyor, the mortgage broker. Maybe your sales chaser in the office will get everything ready, but as an agent you'll do the whole lot. You probably, once you get an offer, you'll probably visit the property 4 or 5 times, diagnostics, FOS check, emptying the FOS, sweeping the chimney. So you may go to the same house 5 times to get the sale ready. I think we're responsible for getting all the reports, which is not often done by the agent in the UK. It's often done by someone in the back office. And I think the time we spend out with people, we could be 2 or 3 days with clients because it's so vast and we go into different areas. And I think there's you're much more qualified here as an agent. You can't just turn up here and be an agent. You have to go through a certain training process and get your card to trade, which you don't have to in the UK. But I think I can understand why it would irritate people, but it's a big effort. And you also need to remember here that 95% of agents are all self-employed. If they don't sell a house, they don't get paid. There's no salary coming their way. So, and myself, I could do 3 or 4 sales 1 month. for whatever reason they could all fall through, so then that's your whole salary gone in that period. But I think that the effort that has to go in with agents here to find a buyer, to market the property, to get all the reports in place, I think it's very well justified. And I think an interesting stat, people like to sell privately sometimes, particularly French sellers, but if you speak to the local notaires, almost 60% of private sales fall through, which is quite an alarming number. And it falls through because when they put it on the market, they get an offer, it's all fine. When there's something goes wrong, or there's a negotiation to be done, or the reports come back and they've got to sort something out between the two of them, of course they fall out, so the sale ends up falling through. 60% of private sales falling through is a really high percentage, so I get why people want to take the chance, but bear in mind that the fee goes on top of the price we're achieving for you. So if we tell you we're going to get you 150,000 net to you, our fee goes on top. So in real terms, you're not paying the fee. The buyer often pays the fee. It's on top of what we're getting for you. The price we're telling you you're going to get. It's not minus our fee. Our fee will go on the top. So as a seller, even as a buyer, just focus on the net figure you're paying, because that's ultimately what you're paying for the house. But for me, the fees are massively justified, because it can take 5-6 months to get a sale through here, and way more work than we ever did in the UK to sell a house.